Hello everyone. Today I have this big pleasure to speak with Delta Goodrem, who's representing Australia in Eurovision 2026. How are you?
I'm so good. It's been an incredible moment in time to share with everybody to get to be on that iconic Eurovision stage, and I am having a moment just to take it all in.
Have you already had a little bit of time to relax and recover after the Eurovision?
I did. I think you see all the artists all checking in, being like, just take a couple days. And I went with my mum and my husband and my auntie to a place just out in Austria, just in Salzburg, and just sort of took some time because I didn't feel like I'd got to see Austria much.
Yeah,
So I
obviously.
kind of thought that I'd like to just have a look around, and I enjoyed my couple days, and now I'm in Berlin back to work.
That's so good to hear because Eurovision is not a great place for tourism when you're doing something
No,
there.
and
So,
you want to focus, and like the thing is that like there's so much leading into it, and I think it's more the marathon leading into it, and then
yeah.
just the you see every artist when they finish their performance, this release that happens, everyone is you're like wow, because it's been months of planning and all those things. So I have so much love and respect for as soon as I see everyone's faces when they finish, I think, oh, I know the feeling, I get it.
So nice. So has the Eurovision depression kicked in yet, or are you still on the wave?
I still feel like I'm on the wave. I feel like, just I think I think it still takes time to process the magnitude of just how special these moments might. I mean, the song Eclipse is about special moments, and I think like I'll go through waves where I'll sort of take a moment and it makes me teary at what just how grateful I am that just that the amount of love I've had on my phone. I'm still getting back to people, so I still haven't even messaged everybody back because people have sent such heartfelt messages to me. Just so you can't just say thanks. Everyone's like, I
Yeah.
feel this, I feel this, and I'm like, oh, I feel this. So I'm taking my time just to enjoy and respond to people's love.
Totally. So before we start analyzing the whole Eurovision process and Eurovision
Yeah.
journey, let's go back in time a little bit. What is your first ever memory of Eurovision?
I mean, it's hard because firstly, growing up, my family weren't like very musical. So my
Mm,
music inspiration came from like my local dancing and singing school. Um, so I don't have a childhood memories growing up because being in Australia, I think, maybe if your family had come over from Europe or so I didn't have that growing up, but I I probably my first big Eurovision, wow, what is happening was a little bit more probably a year ago when I started to
okay.
see these performances now that it was accessible on our phone. I started to see like the French and I started to see and I was like, wow. And I saw Slimaine's performance
Hmm.
and I was so taken away by his performance. I started to deep dive, and because I was in London for the first time when it was on, I had started to deep dive. I'd obviously seen
Hmm.
Sound of Silence with Beautiful, my friend Dami. I had seen all the Australian artists perform, but I think when I don't know what it was about last year, but I really took it in and I went, this is so special. And that's when I started to just sort of dive into Eurovision.
I guess you were imagining the Eurovision when you discovered it, and as you said, you dipped into it. So was your Eurovision journey exactly what you imagined, or was there something that really surprised you during this whole process?
I have to say it was more than I could have probably dreamed of in the experience. It was I knew it would be a bit wild, but it was more amazing than I could have dreamed of, I think. It was more special than I could have imagined.
Was there
I already
something?
thought it was amazing, but I mean it was just more heartfelt and more like touching than I could have ever dreamed.
Yeah, I think people don't imagine that everything there is like so big and
Yeah, I
It's
don't
just
mind
amazing.
the bigness or any of those things because it's not that, it's more just the heartfelt
Mm,
like just the amount of heart that is just from everyone performing to the Eurovision community getting behind artists and their songs and to just just the experience of creation with it. The it's I mean I think that side I just thought was it just really really magical.
mm. Was there something really difficult or maybe challenging for you?
I think maybe the fact that I had to keep flying back to Australia
Like,
and then going back.
how
I
many
think
times did you do this trip?
so we went over and did the pre-parties, then having to obviously you get so jet lagged, then flying to Fiji, then I because I had shows, then going back to Australia, then flying back to Vienna. I was
Mhm.
probably just my the schedule was probably the only other thing that I thought was going to be quite the challenge on jet lag. That was it.
Mhm. Yeah, I can only imagine.
You know,
God bless.
you're like get there and we were meant to do the pre-parties and I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
I think is it true that it's way more difficult to do the trip from west to east? From
Uh,
east to west, sorry.
yeah, much
Yeah,
harder,
east to west.
much. I mean, you know what it was it worked out fine, but I think probably just knowing that we were heading into 2 weeks of Vienna and having to fly back,
Mhm.
I was definitely like, but I want to stay with my friends here. We've got to go to Eurovision in Vienna. But as fate had it, Fiji was incredible for shows.
Nice. But it's really far away, so maybe one
Yes.
day.
Yes.
Um, you were, I'd say you were one of the most, or even the most experienced artists who performed this year. Do you feel that this experience of yours helped you with all of the stress, or do you feel it was more like similar to the artists who are just starting their music career?
No, I do. I definitely I appreciate that. I mean, I still feel all the pressures and I feel all the butterflies and I feel all the, but I think you know, definitely it's a recognizable feeling. You know, you go, oh, I recognize this feeling. I've had this feeling when I, you know, before I opened up like our Olympic Games, the Commonwealth Games, and or I've done, you know, performances like that where I was like, oh, this reminds me of that moment or but I don't take for granted that it's all new experiences, but hopefully some of that experience of, you know, sort of trying to stay calm amongst everything you hope can kind of come into play. But I still felt all the butterflies and, you know, I you know, all those things were you had to work very hard to make sure you just stay calm and ready and focused.
And this year, I think especially, we had so many different kinds of music, so many different kinds of music genres. Did Eurovision open like a new doors for you? Did it inspire you to maybe check something different in your next songs, in your next
Sure.
album?
Oh, I think it's been incredibly inspiring on more levels than anything. You can count me as a huge Eurovision diehard now. I will be waiting for next year's announcements, and I will be casting my which songs I'm going to be like voting for.
Yeah.
I definitely can see how once you fall in love with Eurovision, you understand. Um, and I would say uh, it opened up so many things. Like the album, I'm so proud of the new album, which you can pre-order now. It has a lot of sort of inspiration from just, I think, from the dramatics and the theatrics and all the things that I love anyway, but I got to put into the album.
Yeah, once you love Eurovision, you're never getting back. So
Yeah,
sorry
yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, I can't believe yeah, I can't believe that I didn't find it younger, but that's everyone's different.
Yeah, totally, totally. Do you have someone in mind who you would like to be the next representative of Australia?
I do actually. I do actually. I'm
Can
not
you
gonna
tell
say it out
us?
loud, but no, I'm not gonna say it out loud. But I actually will put them forward. I do have a thought process. But yeah, I think that it's an honor for, you know, it was an honor to represent this year.
So let's keep our fingers crossed that this will work out. Um, I would like to just go back to your performance. And is it something you would like to change in your performance of your song after everything is, done and completed?
No, because besides me, so many people work so hard to bring that performance to light, whether it's the stage hands for the lift out of the piano or whether it's the dress that, my incredible designer in Australia made, to the hair and makeup team, to the lightings, to the stage, the screen. So for me, I'm so proud of everyone involved, and I'm really proud of what we shared, and they were all amazing. So I'm really proud of everybody's love and dedication.
So after the Eurovision, what is next big step for you?
So we have the new album out in pre-order, new songs coming out whilst Eclipse is still rocking and rolling, and then heading over to Poland and Europe next year for shows, which I'm looking forward to. And
Ooh,
yeah, so
great.
yeah, that's it really. And then we've got a lot of other surprises in store this next year.
I can't wait. Can't wait to see your concert in Poland, to be honest.
Yay! I just
Hope we
can't believe
can.
I've never got there. It's been like I feel so grateful that Eurovision has just, people who might have had my music years ago have been like, hey,
Mhm.
like let's like do this again. Let's like let's come together and have a sing.
Yeah, so great. I have also a few questions like about you.
Me? Yep.
Is there some like your career is quite long now? So I wonder through this many years,
Yep.
was there something like really funny or really ridiculous that you've read or you heard about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, before I was married to my beautiful husband, I mean, they were already always marrying me off to everybody. They would,
Oh,
they would definitely. I was a coach on The Voice for 9, 10 years in Australia,
mhm.
and I think they married me off to every single coach that had ever, you name it. Not to mention, like, just I've heard crazy things, but I think nothing, yeah, no,
So nothing is surprising anymore.
no, 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 no,
Okay,
no, no,
got it.
no.
And you did like probably thousands of interviews this year.
Yes.
Uh, do you have like a question that surprised you the most during this whole process? Because I believe that we all have kind of similar questions when it comes to Eurovision, because it's kind of difficult to come
Of
up with
course,
something
but no,
else.
but I mean, it's like, I mean, no, surprising questions. Goodness, I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
Totally fine.
Surprising questions. I mean, I get surprised when people bring up like deep cuts of albums, like, where they'll be like, oh, can we talk about like Electric Storm on album two? Or, like you sort of, I always go
Wow.
like, oh, like, when somebody wants to sort of when they throw a left hand, like, or, bring up a duet I did, like when like Ricky Martin and I did a song called Vente Bacar, or like somebody will bring up things that I'd never expect them to bring up. That
Mhm.
always makes me like, I was like, oh, that's so cool, that. Or, when people start to get to know a bit more of my backstory, it's I always get surprised when people are like, oh, I know you from this. Or I was in when we were on the turquoise carpet. Someone was like, I know you shot Born to Try in Helsinki. And I was like, I did shoot Born to Try in Helsinki.
Wow.
you
So
know?
people can't find everything, and we
Yes.
probably know everything about you. But
Yeah.
do you think there is something that we might not know about you?
Of course, there's always more to know. I think everybody's human beings have so many layers to them, but I'm very much what you see is what you get. I'm extremely open. I've always been extremely open and pretty clear in my I'm leading with my heart, and I I think it's cool to be kind from other people, and that's it.
Mhm.
Like, I don't have any other you know
Okay, so any special hobbies or
maybe that like I mean, it's little hobbies. I mean,
hobbies, or maybe some favorite dish of yours that might be kind of weird for the others. I'm thinking about something like this.
Well, let me tell you what my favorite Polish biscuit is, which is my little, what is my favorite? Yeshiki? The
Jerzyki,
Yeshiki?
yes.
Yeshiki? Oh my God, I love those biscuits. Yeshikis? Ugh.
They are definitely the best. I think
And
this is the greatest discovery that was ever made in this
oh,
country.
I
So
agree wholeheartedly. I get
totally.
my Polish friends to bring them to me because I think that
Have
they're so
you,
delicious.
there are, I think, a few flavors now. Have you tried the or only the originals or maybe
I've
something
just got
else?
the originals, but I eat them pretty much straight away. Like
So
the
if you ever come to Poland, you need to try the coconut ones.
oh,
In my opinion,
don't
they're the
say that.
best.
Coconut's my favorite. Coconut flavoring is actually my favorite. So
It is absolutely amazing. So if you ever come to Poland to a concert, we'll bring it to you definitely the whole
deal,
box of Jerzyki.
deal, Jujiki coconut flavor. That's you've been holding out on me, King. Oh, where's the coconut flavor version?
Okay, so before we finish this great conversation, do you have anything you would like to say to our viewers, to your fans that are watching?
Oh, I just want to say I'm so thankful to all the amazing community of Eurovision for being so wonderful to me. I'm so proud of getting to be a part of this and also how amazing Alicia is. I thought her performance was incredible. I think Poland should be very proud of her. She's amazing.
We are.
And yeah, just that I hope to meet everybody in person at some time really soon, and I hope they like the new album.
Great. Thank you so much for
Thank you
this
so
and
much.
have a nice day.
I appreciate it.